Hello, everyone. I just wanted to take a few moments of everybody's time to talk about our federal lawsuit. As most of you know, my name is Charles Casara, and I am president and CEO of the New York Fitness Coalition. We are the group and the coalition that organized that federal lawsuit. We are backed by thousands of gyms, restaurants, bars, and the entertainment industry inside of New York State. We do have one single plaintiff up in northern New York in Syracuse, who is listed on the index number or the case itself. This gentleman and his family are one of thousands of people, millions of people actually, inside the state who have been affected by the governor's arbitrary decisions on what to close, where to close them, who's essential, who's not. He is not the sole person behind this lawsuit. They are just the name on it. Our coalition and James Marmigas are the ones bringing forth the lawsuit. However, now that the media has the number, the index number, and knows of the lawsuit, they have swarmed this man's house, and he is being blasted all over the place socially for trying to survive. That is not just wrong, it's unfair, it's ignorant, and it's just uncalled for. How much more are the small businesses supposed to endure? Why are we treated so different? How come you could be in Costco shoulder to shoulder, not 6 feet apart, with no social distancing, with no protocols? Why is it safer to be there than inside a gym that has 6 feet apart, 33% capacity, purifiers in our gyms, ventilation, HEPA filters, MERV 13, contact tracing, cleaning protocols that exceed the CDC guidelines and were created by an environmental expert? Our gyms actually get letter grades every single month, similar to what restaurants were, to prove that our facilities are hygienically clean. I'm telling you right now, that doesn't happen at Target and Walmart, but yet the public is perfectly fine going to these places, and that's okay to stay open. In today's presser, indoor dining within the city got shut down. But yet, you can go to the supermarket, you can go anywhere, you can go to Walmart, all those places, those big box chains, they call them, and stand shoulder to shoulder with people, touch something, put it back. You think they're going and they're cleaning these things with the right products and how it's supposed to be cleaned? Are you kidding me? Lines are drawn like this to allow supermarkets and malls to stay open. That's okay? You see, you no longer can make an argument to say why a gym should be closed, why indoor dining should be closed with such limitations. Do you know that for contact tracing to be considered an outbreak, it has to include 2 or more people from the same place? Do you know that's almost nearly impossible to track unless it's a big event like 7,000, 10,000, 20,000 people? Ask yourselves what events have that amount of people. Ask yourself when you go shopping this holiday season, are there 50 people in there, 100 people in there, 1,000 people in there? There's a lot more that go into a restaurant or into a gym. No one here, no one in this coalition, not the gentleman and his family in Syracuse, are denying COVID or saying COVID isn't real and it's not dangerous and we all shouldn't take precautions. Our industries have gone above and beyond to protect everybody and to keep everybody safe. But it's the arbitrariness of everything. We're currently sitting here 9 months in, and indoor fitness classes within inside the city are still shuttered closed. But yet, as of today, gyms are 0.06%. 0.06% responsible for causing COVID. That is almost non-existent, but indoor fitness in the city is closed. Gyms, as of today, in the orange zone are allowed to open at 25%. Orange zone is, a high COVID rate. But inside the city where there's no orange zone, indoor fitness classes are still shut. Why is that? I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Do you guys speak to the Department of Health? We do. We know the numbers. We've been giving them to the state and to the governor for weeks and weeks and weeks. Just out of our little coalition of gyms inside New York State of a couple of thousand, we have 6.5 million check-ins with 27 COVID cases. Across the country, it's 50 million plus, with 1,100 COVID cases, none being tracked back to a gym. Currently in the state of New York, we have no mass outbreaks or any spreads related to a gym. But yet we're going to be shut, and we have the toughest of restrictions. Why don't Target, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, and all these other places, CVS, any of them, why don't they have restrictions? Why don't they have capacity limits? Does COVID not work inside those places? How is it possible that they could be shoulder to shoulder, touching, pulling their mask down, tasting something, talking? It has to stop. These businesses are being destroyed. The goal wasn't to say, okay, you guys shut, and not only do you shut, it's going to cost you everything to shut. We're sorry, take one for the team. You guys are just going to lose your homes, your cars, your kids' college funds, your retirement funds. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The government's going to take care of you. The government's going to take care of you. They are? Really? Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi are having a stalemate. They're playing the Queen's Gambit right now with our lives. Unemployment? What is that? What is that for people that have businesses? PPP money? Everybody wants to talk about that? That was useless. Useless. It went to dead people, prisoners. It went to non-Americans overseas. Overseas, non-Americans. It went to the rich. Nancy Pelosi's husband, Mitch McConnell's wife. It didn't go to the small businesses. And it was only supposed to last 2 months, not 9 months. So we're supposed to sit here, stay closed, lose everything, and get nothing. So when this is all over, we still have nothing. Oh, don't worry. We're going to extend the moratorium for the landlords to evict you. Oh, great. So if I ever can open up again, I'm just going to open up to $200,000 in back debt. That's great, because I don't know how I'm ever paying for that. Oh, and the poor landlord? Screw that guy. He don't need the money. He's supposed to be out all this time. What about him? What about his family? They're not supposed to get their rent? What are they supposed to do? There's no money coming here. So instead of attacking this man and his family, why don't you join us in saying, hey, these people, they stayed closed to protect us. Now you, the federal government, the states, need to step up and do the right thing and make them whole. What is there to see here? What is there to connect here that people aren't understanding? What did this man and his family do? Decided to take a stand and say, hey, I'm losing everything I have here with my kids. Where are we getting this money from? How are you supposed to help? We have nothing. There's no answers. There's no reasoning behind these arbitrary measures. We can't even get to see the metrics in which they use. We are collecting data and science. Where is it? Why can't we see it? Why is it classified? Is it the JFK assassination? We've been asking for it for a long time. We can't see it. Why not? Let's see where the cases are coming from. You mean to tell me that there's no cases coming from Stop and Shop? Has anybody been to Target recently? You can't get anything in there because they're wiped out. No cases coming from there? Of course there is. And if there is, it's never public. No, we talk about restaurants, gyms, bars, movie theaters. A movie theater where I could sit here and a guy could sit there 6 feet, but that's we can't have that. That's got to close down too. So we got to ruin that whole industry too. So that gentleman and his family, people like us, have had enough. And it's not about opening up without guidelines and restrictions. No one's saying that. But there has to be an answer, and there has to be something to be said to making us whole. And if we all stood up together and everybody agreed with that, maybe we could be heard and we can get something done. The gym industry was vilified for months and months and months. Today it was shown that we're at 0.06% spreading COVID. Commercials are coming out, showing everybody that actually if you had come to us, we could have helped you. The CDC has said so. The WHO has said so. 17,000 doctors in Chicago have said so. But that science that I can prove to you and tell you, we don't want to believe that. We just want to say and use words like experts across the country. What experts? I don't know. They're across the country. Data across the country. What data? Where is it? It's data. Don't worry about it. We have it. No, we have it to show you, and we've been doing it. So to attack this family and call them these names and vilify them for doing what exactly? You don't know them. You don't know their story. They are one of thousands. They are just the name on a document. They are backed by James Rodriguez and the New York Fitness Coalition with thousands of gyms, thousands of restaurants, bar owners, and citizens throughout the state. We should have answers. The information should be given to us. We should be made whole. We shouldn't be having to suffer. Unemployment shouldn't have to run out. Do you guys know how many people filed for unemployment last week? 853,000. Do you know how many small businesses have already closed? 1 in 6. Do you know how many more small businesses will close now with indoor dining shut inside the city? 70%. People are fleeing the city, and they're going to Texas, Denver. There's stats. They have it. They know where they're going. The city is overrun. The crime rate is through the roof. So again, what are we all supposed to do? Maybe if we band together, we can actually do something. So why doesn't everybody back off of this man and his family and come together and understand what we're all doing? For all the businesses out there, now is the time to get together. If you're not part of us, get in touch with us and let us tell you how you can help. Anybody else who wants to help, get in touch with us. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. And if you want to stay home, that's fine too. But nobody here is talking about COVID being fake. Both my parents were in the hospital with COVID. A family member is fighting for his life right now, vented. My wife worked the COVID units. My wife works the COVID tents. Don't pretend that you know us without talking to us and just throw words around behind a computer. And to my family up in Cuse, who's fighting and put their name on the dotted line, thank you. No, you're not alone. And we'll do everything we can to support you. Thank you.